Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Animal lovers, unite. Now, allow me to surprise you by showing you some things you've never seen before. Gather round, children, and listen to the tales of the animals you might never see, but rest assured, definitely exist. From sea pigs to poodle moths and even killer Mantis Shrimp, today we'll count down the top 10 animals you won't believe exist. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking the subscribe button and notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comments section, tell us your ideas for a future top 10 list. Number 10. Sea pig. Sea pigs live deep in the ocean, specifically in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. They thrive on the ocean bottoms in the deep, deep sea. They get their food from organic particles in the mud. Pigs like to be in the mud inside or outside of water, it seems. The land pig and the sea pig also have in common that they like to eat a lot. However, the sea pig is a sea cucumber that looks kind of adorable, and it walks the ocean floor at depths of 3,200 feet or 975 meters. They have these little tentacles that constantly shovel particles into their mouths, usually dead things, from which it extracts organic particles, or as the sea pig calls it, dinner. Number 9. Thorny Devil. The Thorny Devil is a creature from Australia, mate. Of course. Where else do frightening animals live if not in Australia? Covered entirely in spikes, they look like an alien species. They also use these spikes as camouflage and to defend itself from predators. It's not all ugly, though. The lizard's gait has a particular cuteness, freezing and rocking around, searching for food, water, and a pretty lady. The strangest part about this animal has to be that the Thorny Devil has a false head on the back of its neck, which it presents to its predators as if it were his real head. Wow, this guy is the Exorcist Lizard Edition, which I'm sure went straight to VHS in the early 2000s. At just over 8 inches in length, the Thorny Devil lives for a really long time, up to 20 years. Number 8. Shoebill. Interesting name for an animal, right? It also goes by whalehead, whale-headed stork, or shoe-billed stork, and it's not hard to figure out why. The bird gets its name from its massive shoe-shaped bill. Unsurprisingly, it's been categorized with storks before its genetics said it's more like a pelican. You can find these birds in Africa, in places like Sudan or Zambia. Its origins go way back, too. The ancient Egyptians and Arabs knew about it, but it wasn't exactly classified until the 19th century. Categorized or not, running into one of these in the wild has to be strange. Number 7. Blue parrotfish. Okay, so is it a parrot or a fish? It might be hard to tell. You'll see it in the water, but these colors came straight from a South American rainforest. At least they seem to. The blue parrotfish can be found in the Atlantic Ocean and, like me, he spends 80% of his time searching for food. Hey, writers, come on. Anyway, the most shocking part of this animal is that it looks like a second grader colored it. All one color, no undertones. It just has that one yellow spot on its head, and even that fades as the animal gets older. They're pretty large, over a foot in length, sometimes reaching up to 3 feet and over. You might wonder where they get that strange name, and luckily I'm here to tell you. They develop a large beak-like feature used for, you guessed it, eating. Number 6. Goblin Shark. Yet another animal on this list that looks like someone took a child's drawing of a shark and made it come to life. Whoever named this strange creature knew exactly what they were doing because, behold, the goblin shark looks precisely like a goblin. Sometimes they call the poor guy a living fossil, which I think is a little harsh, but the goblin shark is the only existing representative of its kind of sharks. It's huge, too, between 10 and 13 feet long, and lives at depths of around 330 feet, which is why we'll probably never see its different face. Number 5. Ground pangolin. If you thought this was a type of sausage you put on pizza, you're wrong. You also weren't alone. I immediately asked the Top 10 Archive team to order me one when they told me about it. Turns out it's not an ingredient at all. It's a mammal from Africa that looks like it belongs on Game of Thrones, or maybe it's a Pokemon. It's covered in hard shell-like scales, and when threatened, it rolls up into a ball, protecting the only vulnerable part of its body, its belly. When it's out and about, feeling unthreatened, the little guy even walks on 2 legs, searching for food and keeping its balance with its 4 legs and tail. Number 4. The Saiga Antelope. There are many jokes I can make about this antelope, so I'll just start by telling you that it's weird looking. Otherwise, it's pretty normal. I'll tell you the regular things first. You can find it in the mountains near Caucasus, Jungaria, and Mongolia, if you can point to any of those places on a map, that is. As far as characteristics, this antelope looks like, well, an antelope. It's critically endangered after being extensively hunted. Ready to see why it's weird? Take a look at this face. Its distinct features make it the butt of all the jokes of the animal kingdom. Or maybe not the butt. The nasal structure, called the proboscis, makes it look like a regular antelope sneezed too hard. Number 3. Venezuelan Poodle Moth. Just like the parrotfish, this creature has me asking the eternal question, which one is it? It was, of course, discovered in Venezuela very recently, in 2009, and the answer is moth. It's a large, hairy moth, not a flying poodle. As if moths weren't already too huge and scary, this one is furry, has a massive antenna, and often looks more like a flying rodent than a moth. Apparently, it's not the only moth to scare the bejesus out of people. The Bombyx mori is another furry moth species it's often confused with. See? Nightmares do come true. Number 2. Red-lipped Batfish. Why? Why have we run out of words to use in naming creatures and we just continue to use other animals' names? Is this a bat or a fish? Okay, it's a fish. It's a fish that felt like it looked cute today and needed to go out on the town with a bright red lip to show the world. Don't believe me? This fish with red lips actually exists, and it definitely needs to go on Beauty YouTube to understand how to reapply. You can find it around the Galapagos Islands and near Peru and Costa Rica as well. Despite being a fish, they're actually pretty bad swimmers, but they use their super buff pectoral fins to walk around the ocean floor. Just like women, the fish use the red lips for attracting prey. Just kidding. They use a structure on their head called an elysium for that. Number 1. Mantis Shrimp. Shrimp seem like pretty innocent creatures. They don't appear on any scary lists of animals that will haunt your vacations. That's because we've never heard of the mantis shrimp. Prepare yourself to never look at or eat shrimp the same way again. They have claws, people. They spear, stun, or dismember their prey. If kept in glass aquariums, some have even broken the tank with just one strike. They grow to about 4 inches long, with only a few reaching up to 15 inches. They're predators in the shallow waters, and other creatures shudder in their presence. Well, I may be embellishing a bit. Really, they spend a lot of time buried in burrows and holes, but don't catch them after a bad nap. They will skewer you like a kebab. Thanks for watching. So many strange and amazing creatures on this planet we call home. Which one of these on this list did you find most interesting? Tell us about it in the comments now. And before you go, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the notifications bell, and give this video a like. Thanks.